scary.
Spaceship.
Oh my god. Where's the...
How long have you had this for?
About 6 weeks.
Okay.
You enjoying it?
Loving it, yeah.
It's a great ride.
Yeah.
My last car was a Tesla as well, so I've had them for 2.5 years, and yeah, had to get this one.
So it was just an upgrade, was it? This was out on the market, and
yeah, I've still got the old one. I sort of rent it out now.
okay.
Look, Tesla tours. That's quite good. Funny Lucy.
So in-car video is loop recording.
Loop recording, yeah. There's cameras up there. It does also. There's cameras on the outside as well. There's eight cameras on the outside. At the moment, only one of the cameras facing forward is the one that's used for self-drive. So this car's like got a self-drive capability.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And is that something that you can actually use?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're interested, I can show you.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of interest in these cars. It's got a few party tricks.
Yeah, I want one. Lovely USB charging. Do you still have to get it serviced annually?
No, you don't really get electric cars serviced. Well, I mean, you can, but there's not very much to do because they don't have an engine. So servicing's putting maybe some water in the washer bottle and making sure the tyres are all right. It's not like you need an oil change or an air filter or anything like that.
Okay.
And how long do you get out of a charge?
About 450 k's.
Of city driving?
Yeah.
Wow. So do you put it on the charger sort of each night, even if it doesn't need it, or do you just wait until it gets low and then give it a full charge?
Depends on, yeah, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be unusual to not charge overnight if you didn't sort of need to, but you can, like if you drive to Brisbane or Melbourne, you'd be just as fast as a petrol car.
Yeah, wow.
Because there's fast charges along the way.
Oh, there is that. Yeah,
About 20 minutes to charge up to get you going to the next charger, and
do you have to pay for that?
no, it's free.
Okay.
And are they at service stations or their own?
No, I mean, like people, it's a common misconception that you're expecting that service stations are part of the equation, but you don't really need a charger. You have your home or your work, and then when you're doing interstate travel, they're on the major routes. So like there's one in Sydney, and that's all you need. And if you're driving north, it's easy to go via the supercharger. If you're going to Brisbane, they're on the roads that you would go anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're all on the main highway. So if you're heading south to Canberra, you have to go via Goulburn. So there's one there, and
And so the charging stations are their own properties. It's not like it's bolted onto the side of a BP or something.
No, specifically not anything to do with the service stations, because like petrol's bad.
Yeah, it goes.
It goes against the grain. Yeah. So they're actually at nicer places. So they're like at Goulburn, it's at the visitor centre.
Yeah.
So you go there, and it is very relaxed and easy. There's plenty of parking. You walk across the road to the RSL, for a bite to eat or you go into the visitor centre for a toilet stop or something, it's they're a bit more kind of they're a bit nicer than just having where you might
petrol stations.
Yeah, petrol stations. Yeah.
I guess it kind of promotes the area if there's a charging spot at the visitor centre. I think it's quite nice. It sort of like makes it more local.
A lot of the shopping centres now are installing them, and all the hotels have got them because they attract high net worth individuals.
Yeah.
And even if you can't afford a Tesla, you're still happy that they are green, and people sort of nod and go, good, they've got an electric car charger. There's a lot of goodwill associated with it, and they're only going to become more and more.
So that's now driving itself.
It's now driving itself. So I'm not looking, I'm not steering, I'm not pedals, I'm nothing. And
so the cameras can pick up the lane markers, can they, or is it GPS?
It's only the camera and the radar and the ultrasonics.
I'll just say,
But,
that's the cool part.
I mean, this is a 300k car, and I'm looking at you guys. There's a degree of confidence in this technology.
Wow.
I mean, that said, this section of road is like rock solid, so I'm very familiar and experienced in how the technology works.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't expect it to be like this everywhere you go. Certainly in a city, you need to be either not using it or covering your steering wheel a bit more.
Yeah.
But, whereabouts are you off to?
Just back to Melbourne.
So where we live from.
Just here for the weekend.
I'm just gonna add the.
Yeah.
Hi, how you going? We finally talk. Sorry. Yeah. How are you? Yeah, really good. So are you back at Zara, or you got another job? Ah, cool.
Are you doing like a risk profile on the basis of their answers and then costing appropriately?
Okay.
Correct. Yep. So
It's very clever.
So all of the lenders on our
She just makes things.
panel, we
Yeah.
build in
Okay.
the smart, say, okay, this person's a proprietary limited company, they're a homeowner, and the car's less than 2 years old. Therefore, your base
Okay,
rate is
yeah.
X.
Yeah.
Um,
I have to take off pretty
Yeah.
quickly because I've got nowhere to go.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm just giving you
that's good
some
that
warning.
said that, 'cause I got a bit
hold
different.
on.
Sorry, I'm in a car and they just accelerated. I'm in a bit different.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm in a car and they just accelerated. I'm in a Tesla at the moment. My Uber's a Tesla, and he just took
So
off at
what's
the light. Oh my
that little
God.
thing? Is that a camera? Isn't it?
Yeah, look, goes low. Like
No one warned me. Sorry.
That is so cool.
that's that kind of misconception of electric cars. Like no one would imagine that level of performance, that supercar level performance, in a family's SUV. It's just.
I wonder, do you know the time for an F1 car to go from?
I don't know. The Model S does 0 to 100 in about 2.5 seconds, 2.5. So that's quite a bit quicker than this.
Yeah, well, isn't it that I felt that I had read or heard that there was one that was like one of the fastest cars in the world, a Tesla.
Yeah,
Well, they're the fastest production.
fastest
cars.
production car.
Fastest production.
Yeah.
A long shot.
But I think that that's just so wonderful because it's like it's doing its job, but it's also that whole next level. It's not just about.
Yeah, whatever ails you, if you're into muscle cars for the speed, well, you're still going to get that with.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little benefits that you just wouldn't imagine. Like you don't buy brake pads. There's less brake dust. The wheels are cleaner. It's so quiet. Like you'll have a business call and people say, "Where are you?" And I'm doing 110 down the freeway. It's quieter than if you're in your office.
Yeah.
you're arriving relaxed. There's all these little things, and they all add up.
So how does it use? What sort of braking systems does it have?
It's regenerative. So if I take my foot off like coming up here, for example, I'm not using the brake, and I'll stop behind the ambulance. See, I've only got on the accelerator. So I just take my foot off the accelerator.
And it slows
Oh,
down.
it starts braking.
Like now I've got nothing, and it's braking because it's charging the battery.
Ah, okay.
So rather than like wearing something out, generating heat, I'm doing something with the kinetic energy
Yeah.
and extending my range. Yeah, it's ever so clever.
Wow.
All right, we've got just in
Another
case, yeah, you missed it the first time.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
A bit more notice this
Yeah.
time.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think so.
Virgin?
Qantas,
Qantas.
please.
Giving you a crazy laugh.
It's funny, the last group I had, they got dropped off at Bondi Beach, and we stopped in front of like 100 people, and the doors go up, and they got out like the Kardashians, and it was very. You could actually hear people gasping like that.
Yeah, did you say those two guys? I was like, oh, we're calm down.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh, we're very lucky to have you. Thank you for picking us up.
You are very welcome. Thanks for letting me talk your ear off about
Yeah.
renewable energy. And
Anytime.
It's really engaging.
good. Changing hearts and minds,
Mm.
one passenger at a time.
Yep. One Iceberg's client at a time.
That's it. You guys have no excuse. Next time. Yeah. They're pretty quick on the. What's this lady saying?
She's done a very important job.
They're pretty quick on. If you try and unload your passengers in the road, they get very cranky. Try and find a spot. There we go. Plenty of room up here.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. That was great on a lot of levels.
No worries.